Greetings. Welcome to Class in Session Podcast. It's your favorite host, Urban Scholar. Today, I wanted to drop a quick message. I see a lot of posts, a lot of commentary about the halftime show at the Super Bowl with the homie Kendrick Lamar about his performance. I just want to point out a few things, and I'm going to get out of here. I saw lots of negative feedback, and I saw some positive feedback, right? And that's what I love about social media, because that's important. That's very important. But it troubled me, because I read a lot of the feedback that I ran across throughout my browsing on the internet today. And some of the things that was being said was disturbing. Every artist is not your cup of tea. Some of us, myself included, come from a different era. We were around when hip hop started. So some of the old heads, my age and older, tend to take hip hop and rap personal, right? And got a beef with new artists emerging. You know, every decade, you know, there's a new emerging artist and the music changes, right? Some of it's not hip hop, some of it's rap, some of it is whatever they call this stuff now. But I want to specifically talk about the halftime show because there were a lot of feedback. It was boring. It wasn't exciting. You know, people felt like his performance was lackluster. So he's Kendrick Lamar. He stayed true to himself like he always has. He stayed down until he came up. I personally think that he was built up before his time, before he was ready. Because there's some people who feel like he didn't live up to the hype. Right? And then with this new emergence of this beef with Drake, he dropped some things, man, that caught my attention. Because I wasn't necessarily listening to him other than the stuff that was being played commercially. But I started listening, right? This beef kind of, because I'm old school. I like rap beef. I like hip hop beef, right? And this Kendrick, to me, it's my opinion. I enjoy the music that's out currently that he presents. I understood that there was a deeper message because he's from the culture. So when I say he's from the culture, he's from a part of the country that many people don't live in. So the people where he's from in Cali, they understand his message, and others around as well. But there's a group of people who don't really understand that he has his own particular personal mission. And he was on a global stage. And the idea of him bringing out Samuel Jackson, and a lot of people had beef with the whole Serena thing because she's married to the non-black guy. But that was comedic and a powerful statement because it was another stab at the boy Drake, and the courage to perform the song against all these legal ramifications, right? What it could mean to him, his career, and the subliminals, the American flag, Samuel Jackson making the announcements. It's so many takeaways from this performance, right? That it generated this much hype, this much conversation. I saw on YouTube it was at 22 million views, right? For somebody that, of Kendrick's status, right? Because I don't see him as like a huge artist like I see a Jay-Z or a Michael Jackson, right? But for this generation, he's big. And I personally understand what he's doing. I understand the culture and the message. and the wake up message that's behind everything that he did. And he stayed true to himself in his performance. And it's important for us older heads to be constructive in our criticism, constructive in the way that it's not negative in a way where it's demeaning, right? Because there's a way to get your point across without cutting a person down, right? Kendrick is being Kendrick Lamar. If you don't like strawberry lemonade, you drink regular lemonade. So if you don't like Kendrick, that's fine. No harm, no foul. But to demean him, to talk about him in a way that, saying because there's crip walking and stuff, right? That's part of his culture. His music, his music influenced by his environment, like most artists. So back in the day when those artists in the 70s were singing about making love and cheating on their wife and things like that, nothing was being said. So we have to learn to allow artists to be exactly who they are as artists and the freedom to express themselves the way that they want. If you don't like that particular music, then you're going about your business. No need to knock it down. I understand the need for the criticism, but there were so many takeaways, right? And you might have been wanting the Michael Jackson performance, right? And that wasn't what that was supposed to be. It was a Kendrick Lamar halftime show. And he stayed true to himself, his culture, and his message. And to me, it was a deep message. And if you know the history of the gangs in LA and Cali, you understand that their initial intent was not to be negative. It came about as a result of the community needing to come together and to unify, right? But it only takes one or two bad apples to spoil a bunch. So because it's displayed on a negative scale, and there are a lot of things that came from it that were not intended, you still can't remove the initial intent, the initial mission, right? And maybe, just maybe, he's coming from that place. You know, I know a lot of people from the West Coast, and I know what's going on out there. And some of these old Negroes, I say Negroes, are not ready for revolution or can't even identify it the way that he's presenting it. So the people that understood it and saw it for what it was, they see that. That's how he's choosing to revolutionize the culture. Just like I chose to revolutionize the culture through my brand, Urban Scholar. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But to demean him and to say that he's ruining the culture that pre-existed before him, and that's the environment that created him, I think that's going a little bit too far. All right. This is your favorite host, the Urban Scholar. Remember, the future is Urban Scholar. This is class in session. I'm out of here. They not like us.